What's going on, everyone? Wanted to do a little cool finds of the month, not the week, of the month. A couple of small things that really stuck out to me. I've done a little research on some of it and found some cool facts about it. Others I can't really find much, and some things like I find close, but not quite what exactly I have in my hand. So it's a little tricky. But I at least want to show you a couple of the things, and maybe you will know what it is. So the first thing is this little old school leather holder. Like you can tell it's vintage leather. It ripped on both sides, which sucks. But it has like little flasks in it. There's three of them. They don't have like a little perfume tube. So it's just the three. I don't know what they are. I just know it's old and it's cool. So if you have any ideas, let me know. It looks like something that like at one point in time you would travel with. Like a little traveling. I don't I don't know what you would put in this small of a bottle other than like a potion or something. So let me know what you think it is. The next thing we have, I thought this was pretty cool, was a deer antler little pitch. It's heavy. I think I'm assuming it's real. It's got some weight to it. It's definitely sharp. I actually accidentally poked myself and like went through my skin. When I went to go grab it really fast, I didn't realize how sharp it was when I first touched. I grabbed it, but I thought that was pretty cool. And then we have two of these Texas Company petroleum trains. They're like little coin slots for kids. This one's missing the bottom. But I looked these up, and depending on the condition and the exact model, these can actually range pretty high individually. I have another one too that's a wagon. It has little horsies on the front. These are like ceramic or porcelain. They're heavy. And same thing. This one actually has the little lock at the bottom for the coins. So we got that. A couple of days ago, we did a job, quick little garage clean out, nothing crazy. Got a bunch of Atari little throttle kits. Got a bunch of little Star Wars like figurines and stuff. Got a bunch of the mugs that people collect. Not like these aren't super expensive, but I don't mind coming across things like this every now and then. I got a bunch of Xbox controllers. I have 7 Xbox controllers, which these 3 are Xbox One. The other ones look like they're just standard. And then, of course, with all the Battleship and not Battleship, Star Wars stuff, we got a couple of the games. So probably either try to sell those on Facebook or bring them to GameStop and get next to nothing for them. But it's better than nothing sometimes and just getting rid of stuff. And then we also got, this wasn't recent, but I never mentioned this on the channel, so I thought it'd be kind of interesting. Brace yourself, these are a little creepy. They're 1940s green elf vintage, and these are the authentic ones that were made in Japan. I have them all labeled. Sometimes they're made in different areas, so you have to check for the stamp. But these collectively, they run either like $7 to $15 a piece, or as a set, it could be between like 80 and 150. They're creepy, don't get me wrong. I'm not a super fan of them, but I also thought they're kind of cool. I don't know. I don't like, quick thing about me, I don't like paranormal activity stuff. I know it's silly. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. So I don't like keeping stuff that's kind of weird. This is probably the weirdest thing I have. But I looked up the backstory, and they're elves. They're not clowns. They're just painted like that because it was 80 years ago. We also have a bunch of books that were kind of weird subjects. We had a bunch of witchcraft books that I didn't even want to bring home with me, like black magic, like legit, like early 1900s, 1930s. Like some of the pages were written in. I felt weird even holding it, so I got rid of those. I threw those things away, only to find out later on that there's actually a market for those, and they can be quite expensive. Yay. But I wasn't going to bring those things home. But down here in the tote, this is all my stuff for eBay at one point. Down here in this tote is a bunch of odd books. And that's from that big job, like clean out I did with all those like 2,000 books. I kept ones that kind of stuck out to me. So some of those in there are like methodical, like talking about like demons and elves and mythology, but like on a more subtle kind of scenario, not so like voodoo black magic kind of stuff. And they're all from like the late 1800s, early 1900s. So I'm kind of hanging on to them to try to find like a book collector that would be interested in that stuff and see what they want to do about it. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I have a bunch of cool stuff in here, or I think it's cool, but nothing really worth going through and showing you every single thing. I could, but I don't know if you don't want to sit there and watch that. But go ahead and comment down below something that you found recently that was kind of cool. It doesn't have to be expensive. That's the thing is, someone asked me once, like, what's the most expensive thing you've ever found on a job? And I was like, it's expensive? I don't know, but I found some weird, cool stuff. I found a Light-Bright box. That was cool. It works. It has a Scooby-Doo setting, and it has a Mickey Mouse setting, and they both work. And I remember having that as a kid. Technically, my brother had it as a kid, but I, got it next. So for me, like, that's really cool. So I like just old, cool things, especially like childhood stuff. It doesn't have to be super expensive. So comment down below something that you found in the last month that you thought was cool or nostalgic, and let me know what it is. And that's it. I will show you guys the next time I get some fun little things.